is Bruce Friedman of Adult Site Broker, and welcome to Adult Site Broker Talk, where each week we interview one of the movers and shakers of the adult industry, and we give you a tip on buying and selling websites. This week we'll be speaking with Rosso from GamingAdult. I'll be at the TES Affiliate Conference in Seville, Spain, March 9th through the 11th. I'd love to sit down with you and discuss buying and selling sites. To book an appointment, go to our website at adultsitebroker.com. Refer sellers or buyers to us at Adult Site Broker, and our affiliate program, ASB Cash, will pay you 20% of our broker commission. This can amount to tens and even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Check out asbcash.com for more details and to sign up. And we're proud to announce our latest project, thewaronporn.com. You'll find articles on age verification laws and more on the industry's plight in the war on porn and the numerous attacks on us. Go to thewaronporn.com and check it out. Now time for our property of the week that's for sale at Adult Site Broker. We've reduced the price on one of the largest tube and cam networks in the world. With one of their sites' growth, it could easily become the next X videos. In the last month, the tube network had close to 200 million visits. The company started with a site that created content as a video production company. That site now has almost 18 terabytes of original content. At the same time, they started the webcam section with the porn stars themselves. This site has a members area where people can buy videos and use webcam credits. The company soon grew, and tube sites were launched for different countries along with translations. The network has grown from the original site with 80 tubes and 6 cam sites. Despite already being one of the largest networks in the world, there's still plenty of room to grow since there's no ad spend. All traffic is either organic or type-in. This is a smart buy for an existing network with traffic or for someone willing to invest money in marketing. Now only 6.5 million euros. Now time for this week's interview. My guest today on Adult Site Broker Talk is Rosso from GamingAdult. Rosso, thanks for being back with us on Adult Site Broker Talk.
Thank you for having me. Big pleasure. An honor. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to talk to you, my friend. Rosso has basically become the king of adult gaming. He is a French serial entrepreneur who's been shaking up the adult gaming industry since 2016. As the CEO of a leading studio specializing in hentai games, his team has created over 10 successful titles, generating over 100 million in sales. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rosso's company is behind the powerhouse affiliate platform GamingAdult. In 2024, they launched AFFILGAMER, which is expanding into mainstream games like MangaRPG.com and AmourAgent.com, both available as browser games and soon on mobile. With over 70 employees in Bulgaria and a team of 100 plus artists, Rosso Studio is not just about making games, it's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Today we'll explore his studio's evolution, the exciting projects they have lined up for 2025, the impact of AI on their game development process, and what Rosso thinks about the growing role of age verification in the adult gaming industry. We're also going to discuss their recent big release on Nutaku, Harem Heroes Mobile Battler. So Rosso, how did you go from a small team in 2016 to the powerhouse of 70 plus employees you have now?
First of all, I have to say, Bruce, you're good. I mean, your presentation with, first of all, the marketing is like, I want to buy my own company now. I'm in love with myself through you. And with your suave voice, it's very, very good. Thank you.
Oh, only a Frenchman can say it like that. That's awesome.
Thank you. There's a lot of answers to this. First of all, I've been an entrepreneur now for 18 years. So it's a long journey in itself. And we've been trying a lot of things. We didn't start in 2016. So in 2016, we finally managed to find our place and time and be lucky. So we've been riding the wave. And it's a simple story of we were 3, then we were 5, then we were 10, then we were 15, then we were 25. Then we were 70.
So it's not that simple, though.
It's not that simple, but we're talking about 8 years. So we've been reinvesting the every penny that we've made. We've been reinvesting it in the team and the company, and it's at the same time it's very exciting, and also it's also frustrating because. But I should not be like that, but I'm part of these people that's very ambitious. And I'm like, yeah, we've made it that far, but there are other companies that have done like 20 times this. And how can I be part of these people in the next 5 years? That's my ambition.
Sure. Everybody wants to do better, right?
Well, I am. Yeah. Yeah.
So how has the culture in your studio evolved with its growth?
Oh, that's a huge topic. Culture is a huge topic. I was in Paris last week discussing this with other entrepreneurs in video game entrepreneur. Culture is something that can change very fast for the good or the worse. And the size that we have and the dynamics have changed a lot. So I'm still adapting to this because in the beginning we were a classic garage studio. 10, 15 people working in the same room, 24/7, being very close, no red tape, no process. You get things done very fast. And then at some point you just need to do more, and to do more, you need more people, and to do more people, well, you need more management, you need more processes, you need more stuff. You end up hiring people. In the beginning, they are just the close people, your friends, and then at a certain size, you don't know people personally. And it's just very different. I don't think it's good or bad. It is really what it is. Even if I've done a business school and a master in marketing, blah, 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 the theory that you get in the books and in class is just a theory. And when you're faced with the reality of things actually happening, I'm like, that's interesting. Nobody told me.
They didn't tell me this in school.
Yes. And on the next phase, that when we will grow from 70 to 150 people, I'm mentally prepared for discovering things that we never knew would exist.
Yeah. Like, what things have surprised you by your growth? By, things like you said that you didn't learn in school.
I mean, it's just also what surprised me is the perception of what is the business and what is the business for me, what is the business for people. Because as you grow, in my mind, we are still a 5-people startup that should go fast, break stuff, innovate. But people have joined us at a certain size because we were not a startup anymore, because they didn't want to be in a crazy startup, and they wanted to be in a company that can be more reliable, more solid, that they can project themselves and maybe get a loan and buy an apartment. So that's just what it is. It's just that in my mind, I'm not in that mentality. I'm still in my mind in a startup. So I need to also change a few things, not to lose my energy and what drives me as an entrepreneur, but also to acknowledge that some people, they actually need things that are more of the corporation, like holidays and safety and rules and processes, which is fine.
Yeah. What's been the most unexpected challenge you faced as a game developer?
Facing the pandemic?
Yeah.
It would have been for any person, but 5 years ago, the idea of a mass pandemic and a war in Europe.
Oh, yeah. Pretty close to that. That's true.
But not far, yeah. And I'm not sure people would have laughed at it. Maybe the pandemic thing people would have been like, yeah, pandemics and aliens. But we were not ready. And that's been a very, very impactful. We were not prepared, not surprised. Yeah, that's really... But that's not specific at us in terms of video game studio. So maybe what surprised us was the post-pandemic. Meaning during the pandemic, and I think a lot of people in the industry have been seeing the same thing, that the numbers were going up, profitability per player was going up. So we thought, okay, the market is developing and this is what it's going to be for the next 20 years. Fine. We increased investment, we recruited more and all. And in the end, after the pandemic, things have gotten back to what it was before. And we were not prepared for that because we had plans. We had bigger plans. So that's interesting. It's a very interesting challenge.
Yeah, I bet. Can you give us a look into what this year holds for your studio?
2025 or 2024?
Oh, see, you blew our cover since that we're doing this in 2024, but 2025, my friend, that's when this will run.
We are being futuristic. So as you mentioned in your introduction, there's a few large paths for us. It's a year of expansion, 2024, for 2025. Well, 2024 also, but we are finally digesting all the changes in the market from the COVID area and the post-COVID. And 2025 is a year where we expand first, technologically speaking. Basically, we've been making browser games for many years, and browser gaming is not exactly the future. It's interesting. You can play browsers, but the market is a lot on mobile. 50% of the world's market for video games is mobile. 50%. The browser gaming is estimated between 1 and 2% of the market. Maybe 3%. I don't know, 2.5. It's tiny. It's there. I mean, 2% of a market that is worth 200 billion is still 4 billion. But it's a major market. It's tough to get there. The mobile market is also tough, but we are getting into the cross-platform experience, meaning that our games are going to be available in browser and in mobile. And that's going to be the interesting part. Plus, so that's the expansion for the technological part. And the market part is that we've been working for many years on how to expand from the adult industry. Because as much as we love the adult industry, and we really do, it's also a capped industry.
Yeah, it's a little bit limited, sure.
It's limited because not because of the desire of clients, because everybody would like to play our games in the end. It's because the platforms don't allow our types of games, because legislations change, because age verification, this and that. So it's just that diversification and expansion to other markets is what's making the most sense. And we want to use the expertise that we've built on our games for all these years and apply the best methods to the mainstream. And it's interesting. It's really, really interesting.
Makes sense. I mean, it's a bigger pond. You'll be a smaller fish, but there's a bigger market.
Yeah. In the end, we can try to rationalize and think, okay, but it's going to be tough. It's a bigger pond. There's big competition and all. Yeah, but in the end, do we have a choice? We don't have a choice. We cannot keep it the adult business forever. It's not a viable option. So
yeah, better to do both.
Yes, exactly, both. Because we are never going to stop what we've been doing on the Plus 18. We love it. It's so fun. Players like it. Yeah.
What's one feature you're most excited about in your upcoming projects?
I will say it. The feature part. I'm excited about things that are absolutely not exciting for most people. I'm excited because over the years we've done a lot of features. We've done a lot of gameplay, this and that. We've been really thinking about the game. But now I'm really a lot into traffic optimization, optimizing the game for mobile, optimizing the experience of the first 5 seconds, the first 5 minutes, optimizing everything actually. That's exciting because I know it's going to bring results. So, and I think that players are going to love it. Our games so far are under optimized for mobile. So any optimization we'll do for mobile is going to bring great results. And for our affiliates, we have most of our affiliates, they send the traffic classic with links, and all the mobile traffic that they have, and it's a lot, it's sending to a site that is not optimized. So I'm excited because I'm like, yeah, that's like automatically the moment we do it, we're going to optimize the traffic of our affiliates. They're going to make more money. We will have more players, and then they're going to be happy. And in our business, you need to make your affiliates happy, and that's how it's gonna work. So that part is very exciting, even if it's not some AI generation, this and that chatbot, whatever. No, I'm going to optimize the login registration of my game, and it's going to make a lot of money.
Good. Money's exciting. What happens now when you get someone through a mobile link?
They are being sent to a page that is not optimized.
Ooh, not good.
So when we started the game, so on Nutaku 2016 and with our .com in 2017, there was a lot less competition on our type of game, and there was a lot less mobile traffic. So at the time, it was less urgent to make something very optimized. Now there's a lot more opportunities with browsers, different functionalities of Chrome and Safari that make it possible to have your screen turning automatically, going full screen, and all this stuff. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. How will the gaming industry change by the end of 2025, and how is your studio preparing for it?
So here, talking about the gaming industry as a whole.
Yeah.
So during COVID, there's been a lot of madness because the KPIs being better, the numbers being better. The big actors in the industry, they were like, oh, okay, I'm going to make 25% growth this year. So now I'm going to make 25% growth every year. It's amazing. And there's been big investors, like big VCs that were not from the gaming industry that decided that the gaming was a good move. So they've put American money, Chinese money, a lot in the gaming industry. And when the numbers crashed in 23, 24, investors panicked a bit, and then they removed all their investment, and a lot of the money that has been invested in the industry had to be cleaned, and still has to be cleaned to a certain extent. So I think we are at the end of this market adjustment, like we say, and now we are back into a conservative move for the full industry, the full gaming industry, and what people want is a stable product, profitable product, but profitable now and tomorrow. And it's a lot about platforms and cross-platform experience. So it's really about building platforms more than hardcore user acquisition.
Do you think that bad experience is going to sour the investors on the industry?
No, it's not such a bad experience, There's not been scandals like WeWork where people have been scamming investors. There's not been a huge volatility. It's just that they believed that it would be a good deal, and in the end, it's an average deal. Overall, the numbers of the video game industry are really good. Really good. It's 5-6% growth per year. So it's an impressive this year, but it's still growth, yeah.
Growth is growth. It's better than the alternative.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What big risks would you take now that seemed unthinkable in 2016?
Well, on the platform topic, I want to explore platforms with user-generated content. Maybe connecting user-generated content with AI and see how we can really go for cross-platform, cross-media experience. I've always been fascinated by the cross-media experiences where, let's say, you love a comic book and then you get the video game made out of the comic book, or vice versa. I love it. The thing is that it's been always existing, the licensing of an IP, but I think that today we can have it way easier, way cheaper, and you can give it to an artist that will create his own IP, and you can also give the tools to this artist to create his own video game. So that's what I like. I think that's what I want to do in 2025. We are very advanced. So on this topic, so we had a webtoon platform back in 2010 before anyone was on it, Webtoon.com in summer 2024 made an IPO at a value of 2.7 billion. So I think now there is a market. We were a bit too ahead of the market, but now, there's a market.
It happens. How has AI influenced the way your games are developed?
It's really surprising. I think that AI is not doing what people think it's doing, but it's doing really interesting and really great things. I think it's really streamlining and enhancing creativity. So for the creative process, it can be used really by people that are writing scenarios, writing characters, writing dialogues. It's really helping them. So the writers that are not illustrators or not animators to communicate with illustrators and animators, it's really helping them to be more creative, to express better their ideas. Also, I see really from the creativity perspective of getting new ideas and getting new features, improving different parts of the strategy. I think it's giving also better tools to game designers and designers to do a better job and faster. So that's really, really interesting, but it's not yet what the marketing of AI has been selling us. Like you type a prompt, make me a $10 billion game, and the game is being coded and shipped automatically. No, that's not
Wouldn't
that.
that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, that's very comical.
Yeah. Do you think AI is ever going to fully replace human game designers and artists?
I mean, depends when. It's a question.
So you think it'll happen? It's not a matter of if, it's when.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, now you're talking. If we are really opening the topic of where AI can go, there is a moment in humanity where we're going to be inventing quantum computers, and quantum computers, they need fusion reactors or any very strong source of energy to function. And when that happens, well, this moment where computers will be able to reprogram themselves and that humans won't be able to understand what's happening, it's going to be there. But is it 2030, 2050, 2100, 2300? The specialists on the topic do not agree on it.
Sure. Do they ever?
No, they don't. And then you have people that have vested interest in either scaring you or motivating you. So I would say something like 2050. I still want to witness it in my lifetime.
Let's see, 26 years from now. Yeah, I might not see it. Well, we'll see. I'd be pretty damn old. How do you see AI evolving in the gaming industry over the next few years?
In the industry itself, well, I was joking about it with an investor last week because they were bragging that they have invested, that 22% of their investment this year have been into AI gaming company. And I was just saying, yeah, well, what is an AI gaming company, man? Because a lot of these companies, back in my days when I was young in 2023, we were calling them tech companies. Because making an algorithm that talks to you or that does something, it's just, we were calling, script algorithms. I mean, chatbots, we were already making fun of the Microsoft chatbot because it was going nazi in 2018 or 2019. So, the technology has improved and it's much better. And they found a marketing that is making us talk about the technology, like AI this, AI that. Because if I tell you, I have a piece of software that you type what you want, and it's going to generate you 3D assets for your video game. And these 3D assets, they are usable, and you're going to pay €25 to have access to the software. Well, the moment I say it's a piece of software, nobody is interested. It's boring. Of course, there are softwares. But the moment I tell you, this is an AI software, it's like, wow, unbelievable.
It's the buzzword. Yeah.
It's like before I could tell you, okay, if you want to keep your contact, your business contacts, use a CRM, and the CRM is going to send emails automatically and send reminders. It's like boring as fuck. But if I tell you I have an AI CRM that will send the emails for you, and we as an algorithm, we send the emails when the moment is right, you're like, wow, mind blowing. It's the same product.
Yeah, exactly.
So in the video game industry, it's the same as what we were doing before. There are very obscure scripts that are going to increase your capacity to do 3D cell shading and make you 11% more productive. And it's amazing. It's used by everybody. And as a B2B tool, there's plenty of very strange tools that everybody's using. And now you label them AI and they become fashionable, but we were using them before. And there was already a lot of innovation. There's a lot of innovation in how you're going to connect to the haptic suits and all the devices. Yeah, that's where it's going. It's interesting.
Yeah. How do you think age verification is going to affect the adult gaming industry in the long haul?
Big topic, yeah?
Yeah.
The core thing remains, I mean, I think we can know why, but why would age verification be done by the software? That's the thing. That's a lot of specialists have been saying, why don't you do age verification from the hardware, from the phone, from the computer? Make it from the device. But of course, the hardware people, they don't want to hold the responsibility of age verification. And they are the ones that have all the money and all the lobby. So pushing the responsibility somewhere else, perfect. But yeah, if we could have device age verification, that would be amazing.
We could. It's easy.
It's easy. It's actually easy. Yeah, but in practical terms. So, I mean, I have 2 kids. I don't want them to watch porn before they are 18 or maybe 15. 15, let's say, if they sneak around. But I don't want them to see porn when they're 10. I don't think that a lot of people in the adult industry are making lots of money with kids watching porn. I don't think this is.
Nor do we want them to.
No. But it's like we don't want them. For ethical and business reasons, we don't want them. And in the end, if there was a proper age verification, I think it would be amazing for the business.
Well, sure, but. Let's face it, you talked about the tech lobby, and I'm sure that has something to do with it. But along with that, obviously, is the religious and political interests who want to bring porn to its knees.
The thing is that I think that we should bow and praise OnlyFans for their marketing, because I think that they got it really, really right. Meaning that Pornhub got it wrong, being just obvious and trying to be the controversial brand, politically incorrect guys, and make fun of it and trying to make porn casual. That's irritating the religious conservative people, and it's a lot of people that are irritated, and they are very influential. And at the same time, if you go like OnlyFans, like you pretend that you're clean, you have a white page, a clean logo, and it's not about porn, but behind the curtain there's porn. Everybody's fine with the hypocrisy, and yeah, Lord knows that our religious friends like their hypocrisy. So I think it's also about this thing to be able to be clean and to say, okay, well, this is a type of product that is entirely fine for people that are of age. You have to be clean, and you don't try to make it mainstream and acceptable by everyone. Don't try that. Keep the things where they are, and we'll be fine. So I think that the moment the moment there's a proper regulation and it's working, even the religious groups, they will be like, okay, well, these people are respecting the law. These people are paying their taxes. Fine. That's what they've done with the gambling. You know, that in the States.
I don't buy it. Porn is low-hanging fruit, and it's difficult to get people to support porn, especially politicians. Even politicians that are more liberal are going to talk about kid safety and all that. And we all agree with kid safety. But obviously, age verification doesn't do that. And when they pass age verification in a state, guess what? The kids will go on a VPN and they'll watch the porn in a state that doesn't have age verification.
Well, yeah. And if you really want to talk about problems, there are some platforms that are displaying in webcams, streams, and videos kids that manage to go past the age verification and that are 15, 16 and selling their bodies. That's more annoying. That's absolutely criminal.
Well, those platforms then should be shut down. If you don't keep people under 18 off of your platform, and if you don't do everything possible to keep them off your platform, then you don't deserve to be in business.
But this is it. You were talking about the regulators and the laws and things that are popular. Protecting the viewers is low-hanging fruit, like you were saying. It's easy, it's understandable. There's a good political message. While saying this kid that is willingly selling his or her body is actually someone that should not be doing that, you'll enter into, but prove that the kid is underage. The platform has done this and that. But the elephant in the room. What can I say? I mean, our characters are 2D. I'm very happy with that.
Exactly. So, do you think age verification has improved safety and security in the adult game industry?
In the adult game industry, I mean, the adult game industry is fairly inoffensive. So I don't know. I mean, one of the big people in the adult gaming industry is Steam. Steam is a good American company paying taxes in America, and somehow they attract less attention. But their age verification system is pretty slim. But I think again, I don't know. I don't know how you judge the damage that is being done to kids. It's really a difficult topic. I'm maybe a strange dad because I'm trying not to have my kid not to touch devices.
No, I think you're smart.
My son is asking, when do I have a phone? I said, well, when you're 18 and you can pay your own phone, go for it.
Yep. Very good. I applaud you for that. You know, these people with 10-year-olds with phones, and they just hand them a phone, and it basically becomes their babysitter, their nanny, you know? I mean, it's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. But of course, I'll never be a parent. So, you know.
I mean, it's not I give zero device to my son. He has a Nintendo Switch. He has video games. He can play stuff. But very good device side parental control. By the way, the Nintendo Switch. If everything could be like that, it's just amazing.
Phones do have parental controls. If the parents would turn them on.
Yeah.
Well, I agree that there should be device side verification. I think it would be great. But in the end, the parents are who should be responsible.
Whoa, Bruce. No. Parents being responsible, you're going too far.
You're right. I'm sorry.
No, society is responsible. But the parents, no. That's fine.
It's everybody else's fault, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Well, you agree with me, I can tell. What makes Harem Heroes Mobile Battler stand out from other mobile games?
So that's our new game that we just published on Notaku. So that's our first native mobile game. How does it stand out from other mobile games? A big thing compared to the majority of games is that it's fought natively as a hentai game. Because most of other games are mainstream games that the content has been changed superficially. And some of them are excellent, but they at the core, they are mainstream games that get a layer of hentai. And we have been thinking about it differently, and it's going into the details of the experience. And I'm all about this experience. I believe that playing a video game must be like going to a concert or going to a restaurant, a great restaurant. You have an experience, and the experience starts from the door. It's with the shape of the menu, the design, how people are going to talk to you, and it's the music, everything. Everything is the experience. So I want our games to be a very polished experience that is really taking you to a different universe. So that's how we are trying to differentiate our games.
How's your creative process there? I mean, does the game designer come up with something and deal with the artist and then present it to you? And your team, how does that work?
It's very collaborative, and the collaboration starts from the player's desire. We always try to start from the player and to be like, okay, how are we going to bring a quality to the user? So that's what we want. Because at some point we had some experiments and some people in the team that were saying, we need to make games for ourselves. And if we like it, the players will like it. If they don't like it, they are stupid. And I was like, no, the players are paying your bills. So no, the players have to like it. So we switched our perspective on this. So the creative process it's about seeing what the players want, what is the competition doing, getting inspiration from other games, and then blending this together and bringing the project to the team and building it with different teams involved. So it's maybe too collaborative because there's a lot of factors that are getting into the project.
No, it sounds like the right way to do it. And do you have a place where you ask the players for suggestions?
Oh yeah, but it's on Discord. The Discord is the community tool for players. So we spend a lot of time talking with them.
Awesome. Can you tell us more about the challenges of releasing on Nutaku?
The challenge. So there's different challenges, but okay, we are going to release our 8th game on Nutaku. So I would dare say that it's less challenging these days. I mean, the team is great. The Nutaku team. We've been collaborating for nearly 9 years now. So it's making things move. But the main challenge will be that back in 2016, when we released our first game, RM Heroes, we were the first independent studio releasing on Nutaku. It was game number 6. And that helped us a lot because we made our strategy to make a game that will be different and will be really attractive, and players loved it. Now there's maybe 200 games on the platform, and there's a competition of games that are really excellent. And so the challenge is the competition. The market has leveled up like crazy, and for us it's very challenging. We need to be up to challenges.
Sure. How are you using AI? There's AI again, or other technologies to enhance the gameplay experience in Harem Heroes?
Well, we are not. I mean, it's again the same topic about technology. We are using different technologies, to animate our characters. For example, where we are using a software called Spine, and Spine is using a 2D image and is using morphing technology to actually animate a character. And you can make amazing stuff with Spine. But Spine is a bit old, and we've been using Spine for 5 or 6 years now. So if today I will tell you I'm using an AI that is recalculating the 2D to make it move and animate it, and you go from something static to animated thanks to an AI. And you will be like, wow, AI is fantastic. But actually it's been there for a while, and you can use these tools for a long time. Maybe it's like Photoshop. Photoshop has scripts since 1995. I don't know. But you can call them AI now if you want.
And they do.
Yeah.
They call everything AI. Yeah, everything's got an AI element.
Everything is an AI.
Absolutely. And now instead of the App Store saying there's an app for that, they could say there's an AI for that.
Yeah.
So how are you marketing Harem Heroes Mobile Battler?
The core idea is to address the mobile traffic, because for all these years, we've been excellent with desktop browser gaming, but like 70% of the traffic is mobile, and we are not converting it very well. I mean, we are okay that we have players playing on mobile, but it's not the best experience. So that's what we want to address. That's the market we want to get. We want to get to players that want to play a mobile native game. And the kicker is that RM Heroes, the original, is a game that is played in landscape, which is perfect for screens, for desktop screens. But Mobile Battler the experience is portrait and mobile. So the full idea is that these games are about collecting characters. And if you collect characters and you watch them on portrait, it will be the perfect size from head to toe to have a character and admire your collection. So that's the thing, that's in terms of beauty and mobile experience is the best you can get.
What are the challenges in designing something that's a mobile game versus a desktop game?
It's huge because we need to change all our techniques. The production techniques, we've been designing our content, our stories, our backgrounds, our scenes. Everything has been designed for landscape, and now, well, the screen is turned, so you need to use the spaces differently. It's really interesting. There's no AI for this, so we have to do it ourselves.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
Are you going to be converting more of your old games to mobile?
But we are going to enter a phase where we're going to have to make choices, be it improve Aremiro's Mobile Battler, or apply everything and create a MangaRPG Mobile Battler, or make entirely new game. But these are good problems to have.
Absolutely. Yeah, last question. When you go to trade shows, what do you expect to get out of them, and what's your experience been?
It depends on every trade show. To me, the trade shows, they are going to be split into two big categories. You have the exploratory game trade shows where you're going to meet plenty of people you don't know. You're going to make new meetings, create open leads, open creations, enlarge your network. And you're going to have the second type of trade show that is nurture and consolidation shows. So the nurture and consolidation shows, you're not going to meet a lot of people.
Yeah, like TES, you see a lot of the same people.
Exactly. TES, the value is that you go and in the same place, you're going to see the same people. And on the 2,000 people that are going to show up, you never have the time to spend 1 hour with each of the 2,000 people. So there's plenty of people that you see their faces, you've seen them doing this and doing that, and then it's creating an opportunity that maybe you're going to talk 1 hour and a half, and maybe it's going to create a deal. And you show also that you're part of the network, and it's very good. So, but you just need to be clear with your expectations, because if you're going to a show like TES, that is a consolidation show, thinking that you're going to open a lot of leads, well, no, not going to happen. That's it.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the business. I always get a lot of leads out of TES, but there are, for me, enough new people coming to the show. But I agree with you that a large percentage are people that I already know, and there is a lot of value to that. And there are people who I know that become clients at that show. I've seen them 10 times at the show, and on the 11th time, they say, "Hey, Bruce, I'm thinking of selling my company."
Yeah, I mean, for you, I think TES is making a lot more sense than for me, because what we are selling is our games are really going against the grain. Making video games in the adult business, it's not classic, so it's our opportunity, and at the same time, we are a bit too different, but that's okay. When I go to the big video game shows, or like GDC in San Francisco, or Gamescom in Cologne, or I was in Tokyo for TGS, these shows are pure lead. You see people that you know, but they are so gigantic. It's good to alternate the two types, so you get a maximum of information and a maximum of mixture of nurturing your network and opening new things. Yes, getting information is also what I expect from industry shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like what are the trends? What's new? What's dead? Yeah,
absolutely. Well, Rosso, I'd like to thank you for being back with us again on Adult Site Broker Talk, and I hope we'll get a chance to do this again soon.
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure. My broker tip today is part 10 of what to do to make your site more valuable for when you decide to sell it later. Last week we talked about what information to give a potential buyer and what determines the value of a site. We'll continue that today. If a site hasn't been monetized, then it's all about the amount and the quality of the traffic. If a sale is based on traffic, it will be a multiple of what the traffic would sell for on the open market. What are the sources of traffic? Direct traffic, search engine traffic, and review traffic are the most valuable. Tube traffic, the least valuable. Is the traffic reliable and sustainable? What is the traffic history? In a rare case, the valuation will be based upon revenue. The same factors apply to that as of profit, but of course the valuations will be lower than those of profits. How old is the website? Is the domain a .com or something else? .com is still king. How many inbound links are there? How much staff does it take to run the site? How many email addresses do you have? In the case of a dating site, this is very important. Another factor can be the reverse engineering cost. How much would it cost to build a site from scratch and drive the same amount of traffic to it, and how much time would be involved? What is the lifetime value of a customer on the site? Next week, how to buy a website. And next week, we'll be speaking with elite companion Amy Taylor. And that's it for this week's Adult Site Broker Talk. I'd once again like to thank my guest, Rosso from GamingAdult. Talk to you again next week on Adult Site Broker Talk. I'm Bruce Friedman.